Beans, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Celeste Simone, and I offer pick a card readings like this one, tarot readings, spiritual guidance videos, and heart-centered healing. So if that is something you are interested in, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and join our family of Celestial Beans. And while you're at it, you can hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I post a new video. Okay, you guys, so as you can probably already tell from the title, this pick a card reading is going to be all about what makes you special. So I am super excited to dive in and discover all the unique qualities about you. I have 4 piles for you today. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so be sure to keep the messages that resonate with you. I do believe that everything happens for a reason, so I do believe that whatever pile you feel drawn to, you have been brought to this video for a very specific reason, to receive specific messages for you. I also want to let you guys know that for each of these readings, I will be doing a corresponding extended reading that goes into even further detail and dives into the past, present, and future of your current situation and anything surrounding your energy right now. So if that interests you, you can head on down into the description box after watching one of these readings and click on the link that goes directly to my extended readings. Okay, with that said, let us dive into each of these individual piles, and I will show a close-up, so just hang in there for a close-up of each of the piles where you can actually pause the video and make your selection. Okay, pile number 1 is a Amethyst stone. Pile number 2 is Smokey Quartz. Pile number 3 is a Celestite stone, and pile number 4 is a clear quartz crystal. Now you can take a close-up look at each of these piles. You may even want to pause the video and see which pile you are drawn to most. And when you are ready and have chosen the pile that feels right to you, you can head on down into the description box below where I've posted the timestamps for you. So with all that said, I will see you over at your reading. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who have chosen pile number 1. I have your pile right here with the amethyst stone still on it. So let's dive in, let's find out what are the qualities, what is the energy around you that makes you special. We're going to start out with your tarot cards. So we have the 5 of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and lastly we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, group 1, so I'm seeing that there are many things that make you special. First off, I see that you are very intelligent and smart. You're very capable of focusing on a project and completing a task. You're very discerning in where you put your energy, but one of the most prominent things about you is your creativity and your charisma. I'm seeing that for many of you, you may be very outgoing or just able to make other people feel really comfortable in a situation. So if you're in a group of people, you're just very good at making everybody feel comfortable and warm. So when they meet you, you just kind of exude this warm energy I'm feeling, where if somebody's like nervous about groups or uncomfortable in large crowds, you're able to kind of put them at ease. But I also see with the Queen of Wands that you are very in touch with your intuition as well. So with that fiery energy, you just have the ability to kind of bring people together. You're also very aware of other people's feelings, and that is also what allows you to empathize with them and kind of make them feel more comfortable. When somebody else is maybe feeling even just stressed about something or in a bad place, you are able to warm them and make them feel better just by your presence and just by offering your compassion and your empathy for them in this situation. There's also some 6 of Pentacles energy here, and I'm seeing with that energy that you can be very charitable and offer up your time for other people. Maybe too much. Maybe you need to take a step back if you are trying to help everybody out and just kind of take on a lot of responsibilities for other people. But either way, you just have a very unique kindness about you where you do sincerely and genuinely want to help other people in any way that you can. So because you really do want to help other people, you may find that you can kind of get stuck in the center of maybe people having conflicts and disagreements, and you really do try to help resolve situations. So you may find yourself being the mediator a lot of times, which can be tiring. So just a message coming through here that you want to make sure that you don't overextend yourself too much. I am seeing that you have a bit of air as well, and as I was mentioning earlier, you're a very smart person. You really have an analytical mind, so you may also constantly find yourself doing things that will expand your knowledge. I'm seeing that there may also be currently some things that you're kind of getting caught up in your mind about. It could have to do with other people, and it could have to do with, you know, people who are in conflicts, or people who even you maybe feel like are at cross purposes with you, and you really do care, you know, what they are thinking about you even sometimes, or, you know, you may take harsh criticism strongly. And that is because you are sincere in your caring, in your compassion for what other people are going through. I also feel that throughout your lifetime, you have maybe gone through a lot of conflict with people or difficult times, because I'm seeing with the Queen of Wands as well that you have gone through a lot of deep inner growth. And so that means that you may have had some difficult times, some suffering in your past, maybe even in your childhood. I'm seeing with the Page of Swords, but because of that, you have ultimately grown, and that has only deepened your compassion and understanding for those who are in a difficult place or who are going through something. So you can offer even more compassion because you know what that feels like, and you understand what it's like to be in that situation, and you honestly know how hard that could be. So I am seeing that you are offering up your time, and you are in service to other people. And I see that your passions, when you're passionate about something, about doing something for somebody else, or about creating something, you really have a strong passion for it. So you may already know what that interest is, but that you kind of put all of your passion and energy into it. But once you find something like that, you just kind of throw yourself into it, and you really feel strongly about it. And that passion for it is actually backed up by a strong creativity that allows you to kind of go above and beyond the status quo. All right, let's take a look at some more oracle cards. We have adversity. See the gifts and challenge. One could be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. For you, Group 1, I do see that you have been challenged, or you may currently be going through a bit of challenge that is essentially helping you to grow and to kind of rise above that adversity. And like I said before with the Queen of Wands, it has allowed you, going through that adversity, that challenge in your life, has allowed you to really deepen your compassion for other people and be even more of a warm, gentle energy and understanding energy for the people that need it the most. So yeah, that's really special about you guys, is like just being in your presence. Other people find a lot of comfort in your presence, and they really feel your warmth and understanding when you're trying to help them. So that's a really nice energy that you have for people, and that may make you, I mean, for some of you, I feel like many of my Group 1 people are extroverts, so you almost like to help those who are a little afraid to come out of their shell, make them feel more comfortable. Next, we have cycles. We are all becoming. Surrender to your changes. Release your fear. Trust this powerful process. So you may be coming out of another cycle of adversity where you got caught up in a conflict. So it is important to recognize the cycles in your life and to notice what things and what circumstances continue to kind of show up again over and over again in your life. Just be aware of that, Group 1. Because that type of thing, the cycles in our life, are showing us things that we need to heal, things that we need to bring to light and put our attention on so that we can heal them and release them. So for you, you may find yourself kind of caught in between other people's arguments and having to be the mediator, or feeling like you're overburdening yourself by trying to help and so many people, which is a very honorable thing to do, but you don't want it to be at the expense of your own health and your own wellness. Okay, and next we have prosperity. Focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. I see for you, Group 1, something that's special is that you are able to manifest prosperity very easily. You just have this warm and positive outlook on situations. So you're always kind of thinking of, well, things will get better, things will resolve. So because of that, I feel like you can expect prosperity to come into your life. And because of that, You're also very charitable, because I am seeing with the Six of Pentacles, you do have a desire to help other people. So whatever prosperity that you are able to manifest for yourself, which I do feel like will be a lot, like you will live in abundance for your life, and you'll have like a smooth life when it comes to prosperity or finances. And what you will do is you tend to want to use that financial wealth or abundance to help others. This could be people or animals or the environment or something that you just feel passionate about. So you guys are just really special for how much you want to help others and use any abundance that you have that you feel very grateful for and that you continue to receive. You like to use that also to help other people and to kind of help those who are in need. Okay, let's move on to more oracle cards. We have freedom. I do feel like for you, group one, you have a very free spirit. So you kind of bring that energy to other people who are feeling fearful, and you've faced a lot of adversity and you've had to overcome certain things, which is just giving you, rather than letting that like bring you down and keep you from accomplishing things, I see for you, group one, that this has allowed you to gain more self-empowerment and to be kind of like your own hero in a situation. So you have found your freedom within yourself, and that is very palpable for other people, meaning like they can just tell that you are not going to let anything keep you back from or hold you back from what you want to do. And you just have this idea of being a free spirit and going for what you want, and wanting to also bring that out in other people who are afraid to act because of fear, or who may be kind of like stuck. You have this energy that you just want to bring everybody into this state of like free thinking and acting freely based on what you want and what you're motivated to do. So you have this just strong energy of wanting adventure, you know, seeing life as an adventure. And it's not because you have never felt adversity. Like you have, you've been met with challenges and you've had to overcome them, but you haven't let it ruin your outlook on your world and on how you want to live your life. And you want to bring that motivation, that passion to other people, so that they still feel like they can gain that inner freedom that you've found. Okay, and next, group one, we have shadow self. I do sense that you continue to work on your shadow self, and this is coming again in correspondence with the cycles card. So you may cycle through some difficult times. You may go through periods where you feel like some shadow self part of you is coming up again. And so this is just letting you know that you continue to do the work. I do not see for you guys that your shadow side, you know, the things that you are healing within yourself from things that you have gone through in the past or things that you currently are dealing with, I do not see that you guys will ever let that keep you from moving forward and from staying motivated. So you guys, I sense, are already working through a shadow self energy. You guys are already doing that, and you're doing it with compassion. You're doing it with the self-empowerment of somebody who wants to continue to grow and expand and learn more about yourself and also helping others. Okay, and the last card is reflection. So another thing that is really special about you guys is you're able to reflect on yourself. You're able to see where you need to improve or where you need to heal. So you may often go within to reflect on your shadow side, you know, on things that you were feeling. So I also sense that you have a lot of strong emotions within. So as I mentioned before, those people who are either passing judgment on you or bringing negativity into your life, you do take that hard. So that really affects you emotionally when people act that way and do those things. But rather than letting it keep you down or prevent you from moving forward, instead you take that criticism or you take that harshness and you turn it around. You reflect on how you can grow from it, how you can be better, or you even just reflect on the fact that maybe they're wrong about you, and maybe there's something wrong, you know, something that they're going through, and that's why they're attacking you, or they feel like they need to dim your light. Because you will find that because you are so warm and loving, you may find that people come into your life that want to prevent that, but they're going to shift out of that if they're not able to vibrate at the same level as you. I see people just kind of coming into your presence and feeling how warm and loving you are. And because they themselves are either jealous that you are able to maintain compassion for others and you're so sincere about it, I feel that those people are just going to leave. Like, don't take, if they do say anything to you or they judge you, you know, irrationally or unfairly, don't take that to heart. Don't let that change your path, because I can see that you sincerely do want to help other people and you do want to share your energy, your healing energy with them. And so those people who are doing that to you, they're just gonna like move out of your reality, because they just can't stand the unconditional love. They won't feel comfortable in it. They're gonna want to escape it because it kind of makes them feel worse, or feel bad about themselves. Or if they're able to heal and rise above, then you guys are going to match vibrations and they'll no longer have that need to like cause conflict constantly. But also be sure to reflect on why you may be bringing people like that into your life, because if you do constantly want to solve conflict, this may also draw conflict to you, because you may be seeking conflict to resolve. So keep in mind that when you are marrying people like who are in conflict because you want to heal them so badly, keep in mind that that could also be something that you are projecting out into the universe. It's just the law of attraction, no shade. Like, you know, these are messages are coming from a place of complete love. So it's just messages about how the law of attraction works and kind of what ways you can maybe adjust your focus or your energy in order to improve your circumstances however you see fit. Okay, you guys, thank you, group one, so much for joining me for this reading. As I mentioned before, I will be doing an extended reading. You can find my extended readings in the description box below. There's a link there. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I love knowing that you are enjoying my content, and it also helps my channel out. Please comment down below if this reading did resonate with you. I love to read all the comments and find out if these readings are helpful to you. I really appreciate that, and I do reply to the comments, so stay tuned for my reply, because I try to do that as soon as possible. And lastly, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and join our family of celestial beings. And if you would like to receive notifications every time I post a new video, you can click that notification bell. I hope to see you guys back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 2. I have your pile right here with the Smokey Quartz on it. So let's dive in. Super excited to find out what makes you so special. All right, let's start with the tarot cards. We have the Ace of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and lastly, we have the Hierophant. Yep, okay, you guys. Right off the bat, I'm just sensing some real leadership type energy with you guys. I'm sensing that when the going gets tough, you are like ready to take on the challenge and you want to kind of create solutions. I'm seeing between the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. And finally with the Hierophant, I see that when you make a commitment to something, you really stick to it to the end. And you continue to work at it and you inspire others. So you have the potential to be a leader in what you are passionate about, and to really take on a focus and continue forward with it. So I really have this like warrior spirit energy coming through for you guys, and ultimately I see that you can be very successful in careers and as a manager even. So when other people, maybe you feel like other people can be lazy at times, but for you, you're like, I can do it. You know, you have that attitude that is motivated, but also you have that confidence to know that if you just stick to it and you keep going for it, that you can do it. That is the energy I'm seeing. And the Hierophant is a very strong, powerful major arcana card, letting us know that, again, like, you can do your research and you figure out problems, you figure out resolutions to the problems. You're also maybe very studious in your learning, so you are on top of things when it comes to taking on a new challenge. You're going to learn the intricate details of how to resolve it, and you're going to stick to it until you see it through to the end. So that is your, and I also feel like You're the kind of person who you want to have around for a team of people, because you're gonna, you know, when other people are like, oh, we can't do that, or I don't know how to do that, so we can't do it, you're gonna be the type of person to say like, no, you guys, we can do this, like we just have to figure it out, but we have to put in the work, and you have to put it in consistently, even putting in your focus, putting in your energy into something consistently in order to see it pay off. So in that sense, I just see that you're going to be very financially successful in what you do. You're going to attract abundance to you just because of your attitude, your attitude about getting things done and going for something like that warrior spirit that I was talking about. So I do feel that energy is really strong with you, and this really makes you special. You know, you're the type of person that other people look up to for what they've accomplished, because you're gonna have these amazing accomplishments because of all the effort that you're putting into what you're doing, and your consistency with it as well, and your confidence about getting it done. Other people are going to just naturally kind of look up to you and your successes and want to know, like, how did you do this? And you're going to be able to be a really amazing role model, if you aren't already, a really great role model to other people. Okay, so let's take a look at the oracle cards next. We have faith. Believe you are not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. You guys have faith. You have faith in yourself for getting things done, and you also have faith in the process alone. You have faith in like the system, you know, you understand how things work, and you see like, okay, I understand how this is going to work, so I need to just put in the effort and then I'll receive the reward of it. And you just have faith in the process. So that makes you really special. Having faith, not just in spirit itself, but just in energy, you know, putting in energy and putting focus into something with faith backing it is so powerful. It's going to really help you with your manifestations moving forward. Okay, next we have strength. You guys, warrior spirit here. You have courage. You can endure. Find your center and spiral into your power. Yeah, you know, that confidence, that is amazing. A lot of people do not have the confidence that you have to push through, you know, despite maybe there's setbacks, or maybe something seems like you can't make it, or maybe something seems that like it's unreachable, it's a goal that is too high. For you, that's not the case. You're just going to say, I can do this. And you have the focus, the perseverance, and the diligence to continue forward. And that is this is a strength, an inner strength that not everybody has. It's very special that you have the strength backed by the faith and the trust that everything's going to work out okay. And that's how you kind of move through life with this confidence and these leadership type qualities. It's going to bring a lot of success to you, this energy. So definitely, you know, be reassured, and these messages are coming through, that this is a really positive side of you that, you know, that other people really are going to look up to. Okay, next we have pilgrimage. You are on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. So ultimately, regardless of what it is, you're going to need to make the initial choice for that path. So if you're feeling right now, I feel like some of you may actually be feeling like you're not, you know, you can do it, but you just can't decide on one thing. You may want to put that question out there into the universe. You may want to write down, you know, what is my best path? What is going to make me the most happy in my life, if you are unsure of what that direction is. So I see something that stood out to me in this card very strongly is choosing the path. So you may be very confident that you could probably pull off anything, and because of that you may be having a hard time deciding what path to take. But as soon as you choose that path, you're going to go down it with, you know, confidence and perseverance. So the important part is simply to make the initial choice. You can even, as I mentioned, ask the universe, write it down in your journal, ask your higher self for a clear path to take, and that may come through to you. Now, if you don't choose the path that is the best for you at the time, ultimately you learn from your mistakes. You learn, you know, what you don't like to do and what you do like to do, and that further guides your path. And ultimately there is no wrong choice, because the path that you take is the right one for you at the time, so that you can either learn that you don't like it and change, or, you know, even just tweak your decision and move forward, but in a slightly different direction. That's what life is all about. So ultimately, there's no wrong path, but it's important to make that initial choice so that you can continue forward with that, because again, you have the confidence to do it, and when you put the work into it, you're really going to find a lot of success coming out of that. Okay, next we have peace. You guys find your inner peace when you are working on something that you are really proud of, when you are pursuing your dreams. So again, pilgrimage, finding your own greatness, this is what is going to bring you peace of mind. So if you again are kind of unsure of the direction you want to choose for some of you, then it is important to know that once you are just pursuing your passion, your dreams, you're going to find some inner peace. Like that feeling of not really knowing which direction to take the initial step on, or feeling like making that first choice is the hardest choice to make. Just know that movement is going to bring you peace. I also see that you are happiest when you are leading others and when you are giving motivation to others as well. But for many of you too, I feel like you find this peace, this inner peace as well, from the faith energy. So I am seeing that you find peace knowing that there is a higher purpose that is really important to you guys, and that also brings you a lot of faith in the powers that be, you know, in that guidance coming from your higher self and from spirit itself. So that energy of peacefulness is coming from your faith. And so that is also another unique thing about you, is like a lot of people struggle with finding that inner peace and faith, but you have definitely, many of you have maybe gone through an awakening, maybe even in a past life. You might be even have entered into this world at a higher vibration than many people. So you may be actually crystal children or some kind of leveled up being, because I'm seeing like this peace and this faith isn't coming to you from any major hardship. You were just born with this faith, this peace and this confidence in yourself. And I think that energy is really, it's very almost like, it's very pure in it. So with peace, that's the messages that I am getting, is that you have an inner peace deep down that it makes you very special, because a lot of people do not live with a place they can go to within themselves that has this inner peace and faith in knowing in a higher power. So that is very special to you guys. Okay, next we have adventure. Yeah, you guys are kind of open to whatever, going like with the flow of things and inviting adventure into your life. You really don't, again, like that warrior spirit, you don't have like major fears of things. Like you're ready to tackle anything. And despite enjoying a routine or schedule, you're also very capable of going on an adventure and taking on life as if it is a fun adventure, and just like trusting in the whole process. So that is a really light energy that you have. Like I almost feel many of you are young souls, in that you're young to being incarnated into a human body. Again, like crystal rainbow children I'm sensing, where you just have this like light heart about things, and that is going to bring you a lot of success for sure, because you don't have like negative expectations for the future. You're very grounded, but you're also very like excited about jumping into an adventure or doing something out of the norm, but you have faith in the whole process. Like, yeah, just wow. Okay. And lastly, I have protection. So I'm sensing right away that because many of you are crystal rainbow children, and you're here to bring happiness and this light-hearted warrior spirit, where you're just you can persevere no matter what, you overcome obstacles with ease. Like I feel like you're protected by some powerful deities or angels. Powerful higher up entities are protecting and watching over you to ensure that you are completing the greatness that you have come here to do, to achieve. So your journey is very important to some higher level entities that are watching over you and making sure that you are protected so that you can persevere and you can actually achieve the successes and the accomplishments that you came here as a soul to do. Wow, I'm getting the chills, you guys. Okay, group 2, that is going to do it for your reading. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you would like to dive further into this reading with me, I am continuing this in the extended reading down below, and you can find it there, and the link is right there. You just click on the link to my extended videos. That is going to do it for this reading. Okay, give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I love to know that you are enjoying my content. Comment down below if this reading resonated with you. It always is very helpful to know that these readings are helping you, and I do reply in some way, shape, or form to all of you guys, so I appreciate that so much. And lastly, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and join our family of celestial beings. I hope to see you guys back again soon. I have such amazing energy right now. Thank you guys so much for that. Hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who have chosen pile number 3. I have your pile right here with the Celestite stone on it. Very celestial. And I have your cards here as well. So let's dive into your tarot cards and see what makes you guys so special. We have the Empress, the King of Swords, the Two of Cups, and lastly we have the Moon. Beautiful. Wow, you guys, I'm seeing that you are very connected with nature, definitely empathic. I'm definitely sensing that you have this really deep empathy for others and compassion, and it also makes you a bit of a romantic. So I see that you are really deeply connected to divine love, and that energy is really going to surround you throughout your life. I feel like with the Empress as well, you have a strong divine feminine energy, which makes you very open to things. I think on top of that, with the Moon, by open, I also mean like open to receiving messages from beyond, from either spirits or from entities like deities and angels and spirit guides, ancestors, that kind of thing. I see that you're very open to that. You just have such a cute romantic side that is just like very loving and caring, and you probably love to watch like romantic movies and you just get those butterflies in your belly when you see that. You may even be actually like a Gemini looking for your other half. So that idea of having the perfect love romance in that perfect fairy tale type way, that is probably a big part of who you are, and just like what makes you so special is that romantic side of you. And I'm also seeing that you can be a bit critical of yourself. You take on things too much, like you take on the responsibility of things a little too harshly. So be easy on yourself. Don't be too critical, or if you may even just take judgment from others very hard. I'm the same way. It's like, when somebody gets angry at me or when I disappoint somebody else, like I feel really bad about that. So you may feel the same way, but that's because you are just so understanding and compassionate and really feel other people's energy. So just be sure that you are not draining yourself trying too hard to like heal everybody else, because it may not have to do with you ultimately. Everybody has their own past baggage that they kind of bring to situations, so they may be interpreting something that you was completely innocent and that you didn't mean anything by. They may be interpreting it a different way, and you just can't control all of those circumstances. You can only really control yourself and your intentions on the situation. But I am seeing with the Empress is a beautifully, powerfully strong individual who has this strong divine connection to Mother Earth energy. You may have a really strong connection with animals too. I'm seeing where almost like you feel like you can communicate with them at a deeper level. You may find that animals are just naturally drawn to you, and that they kind of come out of nowhere, and you feel like just a very strong connection and understanding with them, with this really deep, strong Mother Earth energy. And also expect a lot of abundance in your life. I'm sensing a lot of abundance as far as relationships go, that you're going to have very fruitful relationships. Like you may meet your you know, you're one in this lifetime. That's just kind of the energy surrounding you because of your desire to find your other half. So that makes you special. I almost feel like another thing that makes you special is that you have a twin flame, that a lot of your life purpose does come from the relationships that you have with others, or ultimately meeting your soulmate. So you may have relationships with soulmates for a while and then meet your twin flame, having this kind of like romantic side to you, and also feeling that need to find your other half. This is a really strong part of what makes you special, and the almost like a divine purpose in this lifetime. Because I'm seeing with the Empress, like you're searching for your emperor, you're searching for somebody else who is actually as divinely aware as you are and meets you at that level of healing and growth at a spiritual level. Okay, you guys, so let's head into the oracle cards next. We have humor. Laugh at yourself, lighten your heart, let nothing steal your happiness. So yes, this is ultimately who you are. You're just a lighthearted person who can kind of like laugh at the situation, and also, but I'm seeing too, okay, so I'm also seeing a message with the moon card, because the moon and the empress are just two really powerful feminine divine energies coming through. I see that there's also caution here with humor, in that lighten your heart. Don't let others' criticism or even like the energy bring you down, because you may find that you just soak in energy and you could tap into that very easily. So it is important to note that you may need to laugh at things and bring humor into your life when you are having those feelings where your energy is just being like dragged down by somebody or some circumstance. But that is, again, like, this is a really special ability that you have, and you are able to really tap into the dark side of things too to heal them. So you may find that you also, I almost feel like some of you also enjoy like the paranormal and enjoy scary things or dark things in a way, because you feel like you are drawn to heal them, or you are drawn to understand them better, because the moon does have to do with the night, and it has to do with the unseen or shadow work and the shadow self, and healing that and being aware of both the positive and negative of things, but not necessarily seeing them as bad, but rather just something that creates balance. So you yourself are very balanced between the light and the dark. So that is something that you are kind of bringing together. I'm seeing between the, yeah, it's like the union, because I'm also seeing the Two of Cups is also a union. Yeah, that's powerful energy here that I'm seeing. I'm noticing now that this has the sun and this has the moon in it. So you guys are very well balanced when it comes to addressing both the dark and the light side of things. I am sensing that you may have a spirit animal, like a owl or something, that is both of the daytime and the nighttime energy. That's just for some of you though, as far as spirit animal goes. Many of you are actually connected with animals in general. You could just sense their energy very powerfully. Okay, let's keep going. We have creation. A lot of yellow coming through. Okay, remember your thoughts, shape your future. Your words create today. Your choices become reality. So you, with the divine feminine energy, I'm feeling like creation is, you're almost like the source of creation. So I got a very interesting message, and I'm trying to discern it for you guys so that we can understand it better. But I got the message that you are the source of creation, and I saw the divine feminine energy coming through again. So what I'm seeing is that if you are not a very physically active person, like if you may not be the person to go out and do a lot, but you're actually creating something even more powerful at an energetic level. You're creating the healing for the earth. You're also creating healing simply from your ideas. So I'm seeing that for many of you, you're the source of healing energy that will then lead to other people carrying out certain actions just at an energetic level. That is what I am seeing because of your balance, your divine feminine, but your balance between the light and the dark. You're kind of like uniting these things And because we are all part of a collective unconsciousness, sometimes ideas from other people reach the collective unconscious and actually inspire people who they've never met, or, you know, just they get that idea, that belief, that healing energy is going to affect other people across the globe and actually cause them to take certain actions. Those people who need to take the actions will take the actions. But that's just like a very interesting message that I have gotten about you with the creation card. So if you feel like you're the kind of person who would rather kind of stay in or just be in nature, like you're just drawn to just being rather than doing, it's for a very specific reason. It's because you are creation, you are the source of the creation, but then somebody else actually gives birth to the idea or to the energy that you are actually grounding. Yes, you're grounding the energy, bringing it in, and then that is meant for others to create. This is what makes you so special, is you're one of those people who are almost like a pillar of the energy, and you are just meant to kind of ground it into the human mind. So you may be like tapping into higher realms, bringing the energy down, the information. You may go through a lot of downloads. So I do see you very connected to the higher side. I had mentioned before, like, you receive messages very easily. So you're able to connect to the higher realms and actually ground that energy into the earth. And I'm getting really choked up right now, you guys. And then other people are actually going to be taking those actions. So you may not really see the connection from where you are. And that could be frustrating if you're like, I don't understand why, you know, I can't say I did anything, but you actually are doing things, especially, you know, when you are connecting to your higher source, to that divine feminine energy, and walking in the woods, or just walking in nature, connecting with animals. You're actually tapping in to a higher data source, almost like you're downloading the data, and then the printer is like printing it out, if that makes sense. So the printer would be somebody who's actually somewhere in the world, is meant to be doing that thing. They're going to get the idea to do it. But that's the thing, is like, we can't really take credit for anything because we're so interconnected and interwoven in our destinies, that taking credit for any one creation, like, we're all part of it. But that's how things are working for you. That was a really interesting message. I've never seen things that way before. So thank you, group 3, for letting me tap into your energy. This is really special and cool, how you guys integrate energy into the world. Awesome. Okay, your next card is action. Stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic. Nothing can hold you back. It's interesting that action came in right now because of how I was mentioning that you may find that inaction is where your action really lies. So I don't feel guided to tell you that any one action is like, forced action is not going to be helpful for you guys. It's very important to only take action when your intuition tells you to do it. Now, if for some of you this action may be coming in to ground energy, I'm seeing with this red color card, grounding energy. And also, I really am sensing that action for you is happening at a different stage, at a different level. You may take actions, don't get me wrong, like, it's not like you're completely inactive, but I'm just letting you know, like, if you tend to be the type of person who is more of a being type person than a doing, you know, you just tend to find yourself more wanting to sit back, meditate, maybe write or read, and reflect more often than do. There is so much value in that, and you're actually creating. So for some of you too, I am seeing between creation and action that you may be coming up to a specific action. But what makes you so special is like your ability to create action through simply your energy, through simply taking a walk, or simply tapping in to the messages that are coming through. And this could even happen if you're like, well, I don't remember that ever happening to me. This could be happening at a subconscious level. So you may need to take the action to actually tap into that more and see what further messages you can get, because the ability is here, I'm seeing. Okay, next we have choice. Wow, okay. So I am seeing the choice as an action. I'm seeing with this card, intuition coming through once again before making choices. So before making decisions, you have a strong intuition, and it's important to listen to those things, because this woman in the image is really, to me, she is going within. She is looking into her crystal ball. She is looking into her abilities. I'm seeing that there is a choice that you need to make. Also, for some of you, I was sensing that the choice is choosing to accept yourself for who you are right now. So you may feel like, because you are almost like you may not feel like you fit in very well to society or to social expectations and norms. So I think there's a choice here needing to be made to really love yourself for who you are currently, for where you are at currently, and also to love the things that make you special, because that's what you came here to do. So it's really important to make a choice to trust your intuition and also trust yourself, and have faith that what you are creating, what you are, essentially the being aspect of things, how important that is, and the fact that you do play a very major role in the creation of things, and the healing, also the healing of the world. Union. Wow. Okay, you guys, I did feel earlier that union played a part in this whole thing, the union of the light and the dark, but also the union of a twin flame with this Two of Cups, and this card does also represent union. So you may actually be making choices. I feel like a major choice is coming into play soon, where you will actually have to take an action of some kind that may be out of the norm for you, but it is important to make the choice and take the action with your full conviction. Because I am seeing with the King of Swords, taking a specific direction may be difficult for you because you're just so open. You have this very open energy, the divine feminine energy, which is very special for you, that you may be actually called upon to do an action in a specific way, which is a very more masculine energy, where you need to take like a specific step and choice and move forward, and that may be difficult. But this could be actually towards a union of some sorts. All right, let's look at the final card. We have Faith. Okay, I think this union is definitely going to deepen your faith. It's also important to have faith in the process, but I feel like you guys already do have a strong faith. That is something that does make you guys special. You have such a connection to the angels and to deities, to the messages of your higher self, and you are downloading these even at a subconscious level, as I mentioned before. But some of you may be aware of the choice that is needed to be made right now. And there is a sense that you may be the type of person who does take a while to take a step forward. And that is because you may be wanting to heal everything. You want to really process all that energy. It's almost like a swift action is needed. I feel, though, that your actions, the one thing that is really special, and again, this is coming through again, is your intuition when making actions is very powerful, and that is really special for you, that you are capable of tapping into that strong intuition to make a choice and decision moving forward. Okay, yeah, you guys have a union, a divine union coming to you. If not already, you may already be in a divine union, but that is another quality or aspect of your life that you are living that is really special to you. Wow, this was really an amazing reading, group 3. Thank you so much for connecting with me and allowing me to read these messages to you. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Comment down below, let me know if this resonated with you, or if you know what all of this means, and if you kind of sense a connection to these messages. I would love to know more about that. If you would like to hear even more about these messages, I will be doing an extended reading next, and you can find that reading down in the description box below. There will be a link to all of my extended readings. If you have not done so already, please do subscribe to my channel and join our family of celestial beings. And while you're at it, if you would like to be notified every time I post a new video, you can click that notification bell. That is going to do it for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 4. I have your pile right here with the clear quartz crystal on it still. So without further ado, let us dive into your tarot cards first, and we'll see what makes you so special. I'm super excited to find out all the amazing energy surrounding you guys, so let's just dive in. All right, we have King of Cups. We have the Four of Cups. We have the King of Wands. And lastly, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so right off the bat, group 4, I'm seeing that you have water in your chart potentially. You may be a water sign, but with the King of Cups, I'm seeing that you are a very loving person, that you're very open with your emotions and really tapped into them as well. And I'm seeing that you are also somebody who likes to kind of delve into different worlds or realms. You like to read perhaps. You also kind of like to be on your own. You may come across as being quieter or even just more independent, really, but ultimately you're very caring, you're very loving, and you really treat those who are very close to you with a lot of love and compassion. So people who are close to you really enjoy having you around because of that really calming energy that I'm getting from you guys. Also kind of very laid back and go with the flow type of energy I'm seeing. So I'm also seeing that you're very introspective. You may have a really powerful and really deep imagination, so you may come up with really interesting stories very well. And I see like you may also tend to kind of get caught up in your imagination and your other worlds and things like that. I'm definitely sensing that like you could just really enjoy reading fantasy or watching, you know, sci-fi fantasy type movies, but just really being tapped into like other worlds, other dimensions, other types of imaginary planes, tapping into other planes of existence. So with the King of Wands and the Seven of Swords, I am seeing again, you like to maybe be independent and do your own thing. There's a creative side to you. So you may have some fire energy in your chart as well. But I also see like when you get things done, you're really good at being independent and doing things on your own. You should be proud of yourself for being able to kind of accomplishing things on your own and taking initiative too. So you don't necessarily feel like you need to lean on other people in order to do what you love doing. And sometimes you actually, for many of you, you probably do enjoy actually being alone more of the time, just to be at peace with your own thoughts and to maybe even like dive into a good book like I mentioned before. So that makes you really special. You're the kind of person who has like a very deep, an inner depth of knowledge and imagination and thought process. I feel like you're a philosopher at heart as well, but you can also have very strong emotions. So you definitely are feeling deeply and have really a complex thought process about things that includes like your emotions, your creativity, and your intelligence. So one message that is coming through for you guys is to be sure not to isolate too much. So some of you are, you know, taking time alone, and that is what you need, and that's what you should totally do. But be sure to ask for people's help when you need it, because you may have a tendency to not want to bother other people, or to feel like you shouldn't have to ask somebody for help because you should be able to do it by yourself all the time. But ultimately, group 4, a message is coming through, you know, don't feel like you have to do everything by yourself. It's important to ask for help every once in a while with things, and that's really the message coming through. But ultimately, being independent is kind of like your special quality, so you'll always be that way ultimately, and you'll always kind of be able to work alone really well, and also be able to kind of delve deep into this imaginary world, or just even just like your creative side very deeply. So you may be a writer, but you may also be a painter, or just somebody who's, I definitely see like a philosophical side to you as well. So you may also enjoy doing things like research or delving into a topic that you just are really passionate about. So you have a lot of passion for certain things that you will just kind of get caught up in them and want to know everything about them. Okay, you guys, and this could also be a person too. I feel like because of your cups energy here, you may actually be very caught up in other people, or like a love interest, like a romantic interest, or somebody who you really care about deeply. So you may have a strong passion about that person. So even in a romantic relationship, you're very passionate about the other person and wanting to know everything about them and wanting to connect with them on a very deep level. Okay, let's head on into the oracle cards. We have rebirth. No matter what happens, you can find new wings, rise from the past, accept the positive change that is coming. you may be going through many rebirths throughout this lifetime. Actually, I'm sensing that you may actually grow through rebirths. So in other words, you may have moments where you finally like awaken to new levels of understanding, because you just, again, you have this special quality of going within and diving really deep into understanding yourself and the world. So I feel like for some of you, you may have already gone through a spiritual awakening, like a deep spiritual awakening, or if you have not done that already, that is going to happen for you in the course of this lifetime. And that actually, believe it or not, is something that I'm sensing that your soul has actually chosen for itself coming to this planet, is to go through a very deep spiritual awakening where you gain even further understanding. Awakening can be like a rebirth, and that's kind of what you will be experiencing with this rebirth. If you're going through a rebirth, or you have been through one, you may actually experience some difficult or challenging times before experiencing that rebirth. So rest assured that you are able to overcome these challenges, and that you will find that these changes are going to help you grow and expand even further and at an even deeper level. Next, we have dance. Find your heart's rhythm, step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. I feel for some of you, you may be closing off to the harmony. So it's very important for you to tap into that once again. Maybe something from, maybe you've almost become a little jaded recently. For some of you, I'm seeing where you feel like you can't see the positive things right now. But ultimately, the dance, this is the melody of your heart's rhythm. You have a very deep emotion. You have a very powerful heart and heart chakra. I'm seeing you have the ability most likely to create healing from your heart center. So it is important for you to realign yourself with that, and maybe even do meditations on your heart chakra so that you can clear that away, because some of you have been through difficult times, and that may mean, even with the Four of Cups, that you are healing at an emotional level, and that it's important to see the positive side of things even when you are going through a rebirth. As I mentioned, this could be pertaining to the rebirth, and the fact that when you initially start going through it, it's very difficult because you may feel an inner conflict when things are breaking down, when the old self is breaking down, to allow room for the new self. So just be aware that if that is how you're feeling right now, ultimately the change that results out of it is going to be very empowering, and you're going to feel much better on the other end. Next, we have awareness. Pay attention to the subtleties. Look with new eyes. There are signs and omens everywhere. Awareness. You are going to be gaining higher levels of awareness during this life. Now, that is a very special path to be on the path of a spiritual journey where you are going through an awakening. And it is important to practice awareness, to practice being present, so that you notice symbols, so that you notice signs, but also so that you are present in your body. And that is what I see you reflecting on a lot, is awareness and understanding yourself a bit more. So this is really part of your journey. You are able to do this. This is like a special quality about you, being able to go within and be very aware and present, and just practicing that is going to further aid you on your awakening path. Okay, next we have beauty. So I'm going to put beauty over awareness because I do sense that beauty has to do with seeing the beauty in the subtleties of the present moment. So right now there's certain positive things in your life that you may not actually be seeing, even though all these amazing qualities are within you. You may not be seeing them right now because it may be clouded by other judgments or other kind of things that got in the way over time. But I'm seeing you finding the dance, the rhythm of your heart once again. You're going to be awakening in a new way, and you're going to be realigning and seeing the beauty of yourself within and without, as well as the beauty in the world around you. So it's really about seeing the positive things in the world around you, positive things in your life right now. Okay, next we have discernment. Discernment is all about, again, practicing present awareness and being very, very careful about what you are putting your focus on. the awakening process is both very difficult and very easy at the same time. It's so very simple, but yet it is very complex in that we can lose it so easily, you know? It is neither, and it is also neither complex nor simple, because it's actually the absence of things as well. So it's very important for you to be discerning with your attention and what you're putting your attention on, because actually the power is within you, where you direct your focus. And if you are really focused on manifestation rather than simply the awakening process, if you are looking to manifest things into your life, discernment is another way that you can find focus on positive things. And even if you have to heal the past, you know, even if you are still in a healing phase, or you feel like you're not really sure where you're at in this phase at all currently, because I feel like you may just be almost unsure of where you are at in the awakening process, but you are wanting to move forward. So be careful if you are losing track of where you should be putting your focus, because if you want to awaken, if you want to experience a spiritual awakening where you see the truth of who you are ultimately, which is, I feel, before this is where you are headed, then it is very important to know that that is more important to you. Awakening and seeing your true self must be more important to you as a goal than anything else. Now, that doesn't mean you let the rest of your life, you know, fall by the wayside, but it just means that you hold it as a priority in your life, the awakening. So once you find discernment as to what is a priority to you and what you don't want to spend your energy or put your focus on, that is going to help you in the awakening process. So that's the message that just came through for some of you guys. And lastly, wisdom. Yes, I see you as the philosopher, and the philosopher always knows that just because something has always happened a certain way doesn't mean it always will. So wisdom isn't necessarily having a lot of knowledge or information. It's not knowing everything. Wisdom is being conscious and being aware and being open to the information that is coming to them, to being aware, to the awareness of the truth, an awareness of the truth of all that is. And this is the rebirth that is going to happen. You're going to be gaining so much wisdom. So for you guys, you know, this is a special process that you are on. This actually, for you, it isn't any one trait that is special. It is rather all of your traits, as well as the journey you are on, that is so very special for you guys. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I am going to continue with an extended reading right after this one. You can head on down into the description box if you would like to watch the extended reading. It is linked below. Please give this video a big thumbs up if it did resonate with you, and let me know in the comments down below your thoughts, your feelings. What is the awakening process that you are going through, or how are you feeling right now? I would love to know. Last but not least, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and join our family of celestial beings. And if you would like to be notified every time I post a new video, you can hit that notification bell and it will let you know. That's going to do it for now. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now.